They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Utah State Aggies, taking on last year's national champion, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Sooners have been waiting and finally the moment is coming in the opening of the season. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. So the Utah State Aggies offense will go on the attack first. And they were in the market for a guy to make an impact on the ground, and they found him in this transfer, guys.
This was an offense that needs explosive play, so bring this dude in at the running back position and let him go. I can't wait to see what he's able to do today.
Man, let's see if he can earn the respect of his teammates. You know, you've done this and you have experience elsewhere. Now you get to do it for your squad, for your new team, all the hype. Let's see what he's got. Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
All right, guys, let's chat a little Utah State. During the offseason, they go out, they get a top 25 recruiting class. That's nothing to scoff at. But the question is, how do they move up from here, David?
Well, and how do they...
And the quarterback hauled up to and sacked at the 12. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the grab close to the logo. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. So Oklahoma's offense will get the ball for the first time. And here comes, for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. And there's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either.
No, it's crazy, and that was 1920. So imagine now with all the technology and how much he's feeling the nerves. Obviously, all the eyeballs in the stadium is on him.
Touchdown Sooners! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. You want to make sure this Boomer Sooner crowd gets it going early. That is one way to get it done.
And we get to break out the Sooner schooner. The wagon gets to come out. Everybody gets jacked up. Everybody gets excited. Oklahoma has an electric atmosphere. And when these fans get involved early like this, good luck.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Not much there, picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking downfield on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Gives it on the option. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Hauls it in at the 40. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Adams. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the first down. The Sooners will hustle to the line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting his defense on alert early.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. On the run, it's Tatum. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. And the Sooners line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly putting the Buckeye leaves on those helmets just yet. This is a tight one in Columbus. They're up by 7 over Bowling Green. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Quick release on the RPO. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5. That was a good read there. Not the biggest gain in the world, David, but take up the space they're going to give you in the zone.
Yeah, make it easy, man. Make the right decision. If he's open, get it to him, get some positive yards. Basically a run play.
He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Clark to fire. He lobs one high down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. The give to the back. Hard running there. And he's knocked down in the backfield, but man, how many tackles did he escape before he was finally brought down? After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You huddle the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
They're working that left side. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. He leaves it with his back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Clark wants to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the catch. It's Newton. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism. Move.
Breaks into the open. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. On 1st and 10 from the 38.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Looking for a gap. It's Tatum. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return, and the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return you do, and a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
Running the red zone, it's Tatum. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. They're coming off a national championship, but you do wonder if this season will be a season of complacency or a drive for another title.
Well, I mean, what a season last year to put that together, to win a natty, to make your dreams come true. But, Jesse,
quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
The Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Sooners! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 10, here he comes. And the returner will be brought down. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Clark to fire. With the catch, it's Newton. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Defense looks as if it's coming. They'll give it to the back. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He'll do it himself. Creates a little space. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got it in the middle, it's Adams. Turning it on! And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Gets it past the marker. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Tatum. He breaks a tackle. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with the...
Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more trip to the house.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. TCU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Davey O'Brien among the legends to wear that uniform. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Stanford.
Clark wants to throw.
We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game? Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Made a defender miss. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They get him down after a tremendous return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Kearney. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown Sooners!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to Painter. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Under fire. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Trying to escape and get it. There he goes. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Pocket breaking down. Wide open downfield. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it, and stopped the clock. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Going right to work up top. He's going for it all. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to go up top on first down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 kicks remaining on the clock. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Quarterback moving. Makes a man miss. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Aggies will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Finds the tight end.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Adams. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice...
Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points. And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100-touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield. That's Sooner pristine legacy there.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the... Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Iowa has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since the great Hawkeye wave, but this has been a nip-and-tuck affair in Iowa City. They're up by 7 over Ball State. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Running back searching for a hole. Open space. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This
got some room, headed to the goal line. He now has 84 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this first game.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown Sooners!
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Pulls and fires complete. And the Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. The RPO, it's complete. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Anderson will throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on third down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They'll try the run. Runs through the tackle. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Unleashes one deep. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
This quarterback is having a day, man, and right there he was looking for touchdown pass number 5. He has been dialing it up. He's been throwing strikes. We haven't seen him miss very much like he did just there, but what a game this dude is having.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Smacks him with the stiff arm. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain. And the Sooners are marching down the field. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Anderson wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And here comes the offense on second down.
Get set.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. He's going to get loose. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Quarterback empties his backfield. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. Where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
The give out of the gun. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners! Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of a great field position.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And Anderson will throw. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Rainey. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27.
42, Spider.
Using the quick game. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Makes the grab. It's Malone. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. This Utah State offense has it going. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
29 Philly. 2-0.
From the gun to give, looking for room. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Under fire. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and he's able to get it back. Good thing for him. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Adams. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Caught in the backfield. It's Robinson. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration.
Sneaks it in.
And the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Rutgers is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 17 over Akron. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's got it. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Now on first down from the 43-yard line.
Here we go.
Anderson wants to throw. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Rush is on him. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
The defense is just killing it. Success after success after success. If I'm the offense, I got to change something up, or my quarterback's going to be forced to change because he's going to be in the injury tent.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Kangaroos his way. Really? All the way around, got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Sooner offense returns to the field. On the ground, it's Robinson.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes a connection. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Quickly to the tight end. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He might want another play. Motion from the back. Back to pass on 2nd down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner will be dragged down. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Running behind that left side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning.
Breaks into the open. Shakes off the defender. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Here's the return. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Red pass hits complete. On the move at the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. And the Sooners, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Man down on the play as the officials. To let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the 4th quarter to rip off his longest run of the game.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Anderson will throw. With the catch, it's Malone. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Aggies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Caught. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? It's complete on the right side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense. He's knocked down immediately. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The give as they work on that clock.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Now facing a third and long. Looks as if he's going to run it. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Coming up, fourth down.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. A designed run for the quarterback. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
He's tackled at the 34. It's a turnover on downs.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Corners are going to bail. Anderson wants to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.